Good morning guys, and welcome back to my channel. So tonight I have a perfume haul for you guys, and some of these were gifted to me generously from FragranceBuy. Some of them were purchased with my own money, and this is a rather disappointing haul if I'm honest, because most of them did not work out for me. But I know that you guys really like seeing perfume videos about fails and declutters and things that aren't working out just as much as perfumes that are working out, so I hope that you guys really enjoyed today's video. And also, today's video is in partnership with FragranceBuy.ca. If you guys have not heard of FragranceBuy.ca, they are a Canadian-based discount fragrance company that sells niche and designer perfumes at major discounts, and they are incredible. You guys know I've been buying from them for a really long time. They legitimately are my favorite perfume discount company, and they are having huge sales this coming weekend for Black Friday and Cyber Monday. So Black Friday begins Thursday, November 25th from 6 p.m. ending Sunday, November 28th at 11:59 p.m. and Cyber Monday is Monday, November 29th all day, ending at 11:59 p.m. So I will put all of the details down in the description box, as well as all of the coupon codes. They're going to be having some really incredible deals like free shipping and additional coupons above and beyond their already super low perfume prices. So I definitely encourage you guys to check them out. This is a great time of year to do some Christmas shopping, a great time of year to treat yourself. If there's a perfume that you've kind of been hemming and hawing about, this is going to be the weekend to grab that perfume and get some really good deals. And I know that myself, I will also be looking and seeing what they have. So without too much further ado, let's get into today's video. And if this is your first time here, I would love if you would consider subscribing. And also, if you would like, please consider heading on over and following me on Instagram as well. And with that, let's get started. All right, guys, good evening. So tonight is going to be another quiet, relaxing video because it's late at night, everybody is sleeping, and I know that a lot of you guys like these kind of quiet late night videos. I'm basically preparing for night shifts, and I am trying to switch myself around a little bit so that I can stay up later and sleep in during the day, because I have been struggling with my night shifts so much. It's just been horrible. Like, I haven't been sleeping, I've been getting headaches, and every time I finish a night shift I feel super sick and unwell for like 2 or 3 days after. Anyway, long story short, I'm trying to stay up late tonight, so here we are, and I'm actually drinking coffee at 11:30 at night because this is what I have to do. So anyway, let's get into today's video, and like I said in the intro, there are some winners and some losers in today's haul. Not that any of these perfumes are bad, but I will always be very honest with you guys about how I feel about perfumes. I will not tell you, hey, these are great, go out and buy them. I'm gonna just tell you my thoughts on this haul. So yeah, without further ado, let's get started. So the first fragrance, you guys, is from Mont Blanc, and this is Femme Individuelle. So before I tell you my thoughts on this fragrance, please comment down below if you have any experience with this brand, with the Mont Blanc fragrances, and what is your overall feeling about this brand. I personally haven't heard much about them at all. This was actually chosen by FragranceBuy to send me to review for you guys. And yeah, I will say that while it's not my cup of tea, I do think that some other people might really like it. Like I say, there's no such thing as a bad perfume. It's just about what is your taste and what isn't, and unfortunately this is not really my taste. So the notes that you have in here are pink pepper, red currant, and bay leaf. In the middle you have rose and lotus, and in the base you have patchouli, vanilla, amber, and musk. So first I'll show you kind of a close-up of the bottle. It is kind of a cute bottle. I do like the little flower on the cap. It doesn't smell bad at the atomizer and on paper. It actually smells pretty decent at the atomizer and on paper. It's kind of like a fresh, a little bit of a relaxing, almost sort of a patchouli fragrance. To me, I thought that it smelled very fruity. I thought it came across very fruity when I first smelled it. On my skin, you guys, this becomes terrible on me. I don't know if it would be like that for everybody, but on me, this does not smell good. But I think that if you are into pink pepper, and if you like sort of a light, subtly fruity patchouli, this might be worth checking out. But I wouldn't say it's a safe blind buy by a long shot. And for me, this is definitely not my cup of tea. On my skin, it kind of becomes metallic, and it just smells, to be frank, really bad on my skin. I was completely turned off by this one. I've never heard of this perfume before, but I don't doubt that some people out there might like it, but for me, this is definitely not my cup of tea. So the next one, you guys, is from MONTALE, and this one I thought was going to be the star of my show. I thought this was going to be my favorite. I was so excited to get this. This was a blind fragrance that I had asked for, and this is Rose Elixir from MONTALE. So this is supposed to be, or everybody says it smells very, very similar to Miss Dior Cherie, which is the older version of Miss Dior that is now discontinued. And I have unfortunately not had a chance to smell that perfume. I was really, really hoping that this would give me some sort of a inkling or an idea of what the original Miss Dior Cherie would have been like, because I love Miss Dior, as you guys know. I don't love the newest version, but I do like the previous version, the 2017, one of my favorites of all time, and I kind of had a feeling that Miss Dior Cherie would have really been up my alley. So this has a note of big strawberry. It also has rose, strawberry leaf, musk, citruses, patchouli, jasmine, African orange flower, vanilla, and amber and tangerine. So it's kind of a fruity fragrance, definitely a lot of strawberry, definitely a very heavy, kind of a strong citrusy patchouli, definitely a rose fragrance. So this isn't a bad fragrance, but there is something about it that to me is a little bit screechy and synthetic that I don't like. And I think I can see why people would have said this would smell like the original Miss Dior Cherie, even though I've never smelled that one, because this smells very classy, very patchouli, very almost a little bit vintagey, but in a good way. And I could see that this might have a resemblance to what I would imagine to be a former Dior fragrance. That's my take on it, coming from someone who's never smelled Dior Cherie or Miss Dior Cherie. If you have smelled both of them, I would love if you would comment down below and let me know your perspective. A lot of people say that this smells like Miss Dior Cherie minus the popcorn note that is in Miss Dior Cherie. And this doesn't smell bad, you guys. This is a very classy, sophisticated patchouli, strawberry rose. Very, very classy, very elegant. Amazing reviews on Fragrantica. Like, I think this is a bomb fragrance. However, I don't like it on my skin. And I don't know if it's the notes, like the composition itself, or if it's just the fact that it's like a strawberry patchouli with a MONTALE background, because sometimes these MONTALE fragrances can have that sort of synthetic-y, strange, metallic, sort of screechy undertone to them, and this seems to have that for me. Doesn't mean that would be for everybody, but it definitely has it for me. So this one I pretty much like immediately knew I was not going to wear this. It's just not for me. So yeah, I mean, it is really pretty. I can't fault it. I actually saw a review where somebody said this is their most complimented perfume and they just love it, and I can totally see why that would be. So that is MONTALE Rose's Elixir. Unfortunately, is a fail for me. The next one, you guys, I'm really sad about and really disappointed about, because I was hoping I would love this. I was really hoping I would love this. I actually wanted to try it because of the review of Sally Marian here on YouTube. I'm sure that a lot of you guys already watch her, but if you don't, definitely check her out. And this is one of her favorite fragrances. This is Dahlia Divine from Givenchy, and this is the Le Nectar Le Parfum, I believe, fragrance. And she just loves this one. And the notes made it look incredible. I was so excited to try it. I have tried the other Dahlia Divine fragrances and I like them. I mean, they're all nice. They're all beautiful. The original one, the nude one, they're all very pretty. None of them jumped out at me as like must-have perfumes, but I had high hopes for this one. And the notes looked amazing. So it is described as a powdery vanilla yellow floral. There's also a heavy dose of mimosa. So I'm finding out kind of the hard way that mimosa is not my best friend. I don't really like mimosa, unfortunately, and I do find it a little bit headachy for me, unfortunately. It's very pretty. This is a very beautiful, classy fragrance. If you like mimosa, if you like vanilla, this is worth checking out. It is very pretty, very classy, very elegant, very beautiful, really good performance. I sprayed this on my skin and it lasted me the whole day. I could smell it. Really beautiful perfume. In fact, I want to say this might be an extrait, or not an extrait, but a Perfume Intense. This is a great perfume, but it's not great for me. The mimosa is bothering me. So I'm really, really sad about this one. I have to say, personally, I still prefer the original Dahlia Divine over this one. I find the original Dahlia Divine to be kind of that like quintessential, easy, grab and go, can't go wrong, beautiful fragrance. Comment down below if you also like Dahlia Divine. But yeah, this one unfortunately is a little bit of a letdown, and it's too bad because it does have such a classy, beautiful, elegant bottle. Yeah, really beautiful, elegant bottle, and I was really hoping that this would make it into my easy grab and go section of my perfume collection, but unfortunately it is not going to work out. The next one, you guys, is pretty much an example of bad judgment on my part. Like that's never happened before. So this is Armani C Passion. So first of all, this perfume gets really good reviews. I know there's a couple of YouTubers who love this one. I think Takara Thompson, if I'm not wrong. And if you guys watch my channel, you know that so far I have not had good luck with any of the Armani C fragrances. Since they reformulated the original Armani C, which I don't know when they did that, but it definitely is not the same Armani C that first came out, and I don't like it as much. I won't get into it too much in this video, but I liked it when it first came out, and now it just doesn't smell the same. You guys, I want so desperately, I want an Armani C in my collection, and it makes me make bad decisions because I know that none of them really work for me. Like, I know this. I used to have a C Passion Intense. That one did not work for me. I let that one go. I don't know what made me think that the original Passion would work for me. I did go into a store recently and smell it. I really liked it when I smelled it, and I thought, you know what, this one might be the one. This one might be the one that works out for me. It was kind of wishful thinking. I basically had really high hopes. This one I did pay for with my own money. I want a C so badly, and you know what? It's not a bad perfume. It's a little bit fruity, a little bit soapy. I believe there's some fruity notes. I don't have it all memorized, but I believe there's some fruity notes. I think there is still that black currant. It does have a little bit of vanilla and some woody notes in the dry down. It's nice. It's a little mature. I don't find it overly sexy or sensual. Very classy, beautiful fragrance. It's a beautiful fragrance. I can't fault it. Again, just like the Roses Elixir, just like the Dahlia Divine, all beautiful perfumes, but I still don't like this one. So I'm really sad. Again, I just was so hopeful for it, and it just isn't working. I think that the only way a C is going to work for me is if I can go back in time and find an original formulation Armani C. I think that's the only way it is going to work for me, because that one was incredible, you guys. Like, that was a good fragrance. But anyway, long story short, C Passion is not for me. I wish it was. I really, really wish it was. It's just, it kind of just smells like fruity black currant soap, sort of, to me. The next one, you guys, in this really adorable little bottle, and this is getting more toward my winter perfumes. However, this one wasn't a complete hit, but I'll tell you why. This is Jimmy Choo Fever. So the story with my Jimmy Choo is that I used to have the original Jimmy Choo. I still really like it, but I found it could be a little heavy sometimes. I don't love an overly patchouli gourmand fragrance. However, Jimmy Choo Fever, I've smelt this in store numerous times. Every single time I've smelt this, I've liked it. I didn't know if I liked it enough to buy a full bottle, but then the other day I was at Shoppers Drug Mart in the city. I sprayed this and I just thought, oh my gosh, that is really good. Like, that is a really good perfume. And I thought, you know what? It's only $40 or $50. It's worth a grab. Why not? We'll see if it works. And this is an incredible fragrance, you guys. This is very sexy, very fruity. There's notes of plum, lychee, and grapefruit in the opening. In the middle, you have heliotrope, vanilla orchid, jasmine, and orange blossom. And in the base, you have tonka bean, vanilla, benzoin, coffee, hazelnut, and sandalwood. And I love this perfume when I first spray it. I love it on paper. I love it on my skin when I first spray it. And I love it for about the first 20 minutes. And then it does something funky on my skin. And that plum that's in there really comes out and it ruins it for me. The opening is beautiful for me. It's the dry down that I don't like at all. And I actually still have a little bit on my hand here because I've kind of been playing around all night. I don't know. For some reason, that plum just really comes through and it ruins it for me. It's almost like it doesn't smell like what I remember it smelling like. Not that it's gone off or anything like that. It's just, you know how sometimes you smell a perfume and you really like it and then you smell it again and it doesn't smell the same. I don't know. But in any case, this is beautiful for the first 10 or 20 minutes, and then I really don't like it. So that is Jimmy Choo Fever. Still, I can recommend this. I can recommend it to you guys if you like plum fragrances, if you like fruity fragrances, sexy fragrances, dark, sultry, going out, date night, club. That's what this kind of perfume is, and it would be incredible if it wasn't for that dry down. The next one, you guys, is one that I actually don't mind. I'm not head over heels in love with it, but I like it. And I like how it smells from beginning right to the end. There's nothing about it that I don't like. There's nothing about it that turns me off. I do like this perfume. I just don't know if I like it enough to keep it, but I'll kind of tell you my overall thoughts about it. So this is Britney Spears Fantasy Intense. Again, I have to give a shout out to Sal from the YouTube channel Sally Marion, because she has recently been talking about this perfume and she really likes it. And she describes it as a really sweet, rich, dense, intoxicating, sexy date night type of perfume. So first of all, I'll show you the bottle, because I do think the bottle is really cute. I like that it's kind of this pink, this hot pink, like dark pink color. Just a really fun, flirty, playful perfume. So the notes that you have in here are kiwi, pear, and lychee in the opening. In the middle, you have white chocolate, cupcake, jasmine, and orchid. All sound really good. And in the base, you have patchouli, orris, woody notes, and musk. And this smells pretty much exactly like the original Fantasy, except it does smell a little richer and a little deeper. It does have a bit more of a sweetness to it. You definitely get the white chocolate in the cupcake, which I like. There is a little bit of a fruity opening, but this one's a little more sultry. It is more sultry than the original, but it definitely does have that original Fantasy DNA. So if you have smelled the original Fantasy, picture it just a little richer and a little more, maybe a touch more mature, but it still is definitely a young smelling fragrance in my opinion. It definitely still smells like a celebrity fragrance to me. I think there's some celebrity perfumes out there that are a little more mature smelling, a little more sophisticated smelling. For an example, Sarah Jessica Parker Lovely, Sophia by Sofia Vergara, even Ariana Grande, REM, or Cloud are a little more mature. They don't make you feel like you're 13 or 14 years old when you wear them. This one for me still does give me the vibes of being quite young. However, you guys, I have to say, I asked my boyfriend, I sat down and put, I think, 15 perfumes in front of him. Among his favorites were Chanel Chance Tendre, of course, but this one as well. He said Chanel Chance Tendre and this one were among his favorites. I don't know what it is about Britney Spears Fantasy or about celebrity perfumes in general, or like sweet gold couture type of perfumes, but guys really seem to like them on women. Even mature men like them on mature women. So I don't know, this does have a sexiness to it. It does have a sex appeal to it. I have a hard time taking it seriously for myself. I don't know that this would be my grab and go for a sexy date night. I just don't know if I could. If I'm going out for the night, putting on high heels and, you know, a really nice cocktail dress, I just wouldn't think to wear Britney Spears Fantasy Intense based on how it smells. This is more of a fun, flirty, I don't know. It's just kind of like a fun, flirty scent. But anyways, so that's what I think about this one. It's not bad. I don't dislike it. I don't love it. I don't know if I'll be keeping it. My boyfriend would love if I would keep it. So that's my thoughts on Britney Spears Fantasy Intense. And you guys, the last one in today's haul, and the only one that I truly, actually, really like, is a discontinued one, unfortunately, but you can still find it on discount websites such as FragranceBuy if you look and if you put your name on a notification list. This is Givenchy Play Intense. So the notes that you have in here is pink pepper, peach, and orange blossom in the opening. In the middle, you have orchid, one of my favorite flowers in a perfume. You also have a little bit of tiara flower, magnolia, and amorous. And in the base, you have tonka bean, benzoin, patchouli, and sandalwood. So first of all, I'll show you a close-up of the bottle. Kind of a unique, interesting bottle. It looks a little cheap in my opinion, but it's also kind of neat. I know a lot of people think it's a neat bottle. It's got like a play button on it. It looks kind of like a remote control, I guess. And then on the edges there are these little rhinestones, actually, little rhinestones. So it's kind of unique, kind of pretty. Personally, I don't love these style of bottles. I don't love the plasticky looking with like the weird atomizer That's not really my thing. But this perfume, you guys, I remember wearing this for a short period of time when I was in my early 20s. Early 20s. And I remember liking this perfume a lot and thinking it was really sexy. I still remember going into my Shoppers Drug Mart and seeing it sitting on the shelf. And this one I actually have on my wrist. And I have to say I like this one, you guys. So I get a little bit of tiara flower. Definitely some pink pepper in the opening. The orchid, 100%. I love orchid. And then I almost get, I mean, I definitely do get a little bit of that sort of patchouli, tonka bean, but I get like vanilla in here too. Like it's got a little bit of a sweetness. It's almost like there's vanilla orchid or something in here, but this is a sultry, dark, fun, flirty, but not too young smelling. Like the bottle itself makes it look like it would be quite immature and quite young. It's more of a flirty, kind of a clubbing or lounge or bar or night out kind of perfume. That's what this is. This isn't super sophisticated, you guys. It's not the type of perfume I would recommend if you are, okay, it doesn't want to focus on this bottle for some reason. It's not the type of perfume I would recommend if you're trying to smell particularly classy, sophisticated. It's not that kind of perfume. In fact, it's probably not even as sophisticated or classy or grown woman as something like Carolina Herrera Good Girl, but it kind of gives the same vibes as Good Girl. It's kind of a fun, flirty, pinky purple smelling perfume with a little bit of a tiara flower twist, and I don't know, it's kind of good. It's kind of good, and it's very, very affordable, you guys. So this is Givenchy Play for her Intense. There is also one in a pink bottle that's just the original Givenchy Play. And I can't remember what that one smelled like, but I remember even when I was younger, I preferred this one. I almost wouldn't mind smelling the pink one again, but this is kind of just an easy, cheap reach. Easy, cheap, no-brainer kind of a reach. If you just want to smell flirty, fun, sexy, maybe you're a younger woman and you still, you know, go to clubs and lounges and stuff like that, this is a great one for that. As the bottle would imply, it's fun. Whatever. It's like a remote. So anyway, that is Givenchy Play for her Intense. And this is my favorite one from the whole haul. Is it a die-hard must-have lifer top 10 perfume? I can't say 100% that it is, but it's definitely my favorite from today's haul. So that was it for today's video, you guys. I hope that you enjoyed hearing my perspective on these fragrances. Don't forget the amazing sales that are going on at FragranceBuy this weekend, starting on Friday and ending Monday night. Check them out. All of the details are in the description box, and I will see you guys all very soon in my next video. Bye for now.